brings me to an amazing story, which was written. This is a fantastic book, by the way, Torah Tavlin. I don't know if you have it. If you don't have it, get it. On every week's Parsha, now there's Torah Tavlin 2. But start with Torah Tavlin 1. It's very, very easy. He wrote it beautiful. Every Parsha has a drush and midos and stories. It's an amazing sefer. Now there's 2 of them. There's Torah Tavlin 1 and Torah Tavlin 2. And I want to read you a story that he wrote, which unbelievable, because I read it last week, and like mamish, it's for tonight's share after what happened. He says the following. So, when Bilam last week wanted to curse Klal Yisrael, we know he got up very early in the morning, like Avraham Avinu got up to do the mitzvah, and HaKadosh Baruch Hu warned Bilam in many different ways not to go curse the Jews. But Bilam ignored everything, and he just ignored what Hashem said. So he says like this. He says, Hashem constantly whispers in our souls and speaks to our hearts. But we don't listen. We don't hear him. Listen to the words. This is written on last week's Parsha. I want you to listen to the words that he writes here in this book. This is like a prophecy. Therefore, he has to do something drastic to get our attention. It's our choice whether to listen or not. So he says the following story. He says a young and successful executive, young guy, I call him schnitzels, 28-year-old guy, bought a couple of stocks, made a lot of money, wants to impress everyone, bought himself a BMW, he's got his Rolex watch, his canali tie. Right away, when young guys make money, it's very different than when old people make. Old people make money, they put it in the bank because they're worried about later. Young guys make money, they have to show everybody, how successful they are. So the first thing they do is they buy a very beautiful car. Because by us guys, your car is what you're all about. A guy comes up with a clunker, he's a clunker. A guy comes up with a nice car, he's a nice guy. It's not true. We think that's true, but it's not true. Nice guys come with clunkers, and mean guys come in good cars. Don't judge a man by his car. That's for sure. Okay? So this young guy, became very wealthy. So he bought himself a BMW. Beautiful new German car. He's all excited. And he's driving down this street in Brooklyn. And actually, he writes in the book a Jaguar. Okay, so we'll keep away from the German cars. He's driving a Jaguar. And as he's flying down this street, all of a sudden, a brick comes flying, right, into his door of his car, makes a huge dent. From the side of the road, a brick. Someone threw a brick at his new Jaguar going down East 22nd Street. He just got the car. He slams on the brakes, jumps out of the car, and there, standing on the corner, is a kid who just threw the brick at him. And he says, "What's going on here? My new car. And I want you to know, kid, you're going to pay the damage for my new car. I'm going to go to your parents. You just hit my Jaguar and dented my door." So the little kid looks up at this young whippersnapper, and he says, "Please, mister, I'm sorry, but I didn't know what else to do." The boy, with tears dripping down his face, says to this young guy, "I threw the brick at your car to get you to stop, because nobody else would. I need help." He pointed to a disfigured boy who was lying in a crumpled heap on the ground, on the sidewalk, in obvious pain. Said the boy, "That's my brother. He rolled off the curb and fell out of his wheelchair, and I am too young and too small. I cannot lift him up." Now sobbing, the boy asked, "Would you please help me get him back into his wheelchair? He's hurt, but he's too heavy for me to lift." Stunned, the driver tried to swallow a rapidly swelling lump in his throat. He hurriedly ran over and lifted the handicapped boy from the ground, placing him gently into the wheelchair. Then he took out his handkerchief and dabbed at the boy's fresh scrapes. "Thank you, and may you be blessed," the first boy who threw the brick said gratefully. The man watched the boy push his wheelchair-bound brother down the sidewalk towards his home. It was a long, slow walk back to the Jaguar. The damage of his door was very noticeable, but the driver never bothered to repair it. He kept the dent there as a constant reminder. Don't go through life so fast that someone has to throw a brick at you to get your attention.